Welcome to the Top Broker Podcast for mortgage brokers hungry to settle more loans and take their business to the next level. With your host, Joshua Vecchio.
Hi everybody, Josh Vecchio here today. With me is Ross Lacan. He's a franchise principal of Aussie Home Loans. He's in Parramatta. He manages a team of 4 brokers, has many accolades to his name. Just to name a few, Aussie Franchise and Broker of the Year, named the best franchise office by the Australian Broker Awards. Also been featured in the top 100 brokers by the MPA and the Advisor. Ross, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're more than welcome. So for our audience, can you give us a 60-second snapshot of how you got into the finance industry?
Yeah, so pretty much straight out of school, I worked for a credit union and worked my way up from the mail boy to assessing personal loans and mortgages. So I did that for a couple of years. And then I had an opportunity to join Wizard, where I went on board. It was about the time where Mark Burris sort of dropped the rates before the bank. So I went pretty well in that role early on and got into a role where I was doing training and development of mobile lending managers for a couple of years. And then the opportunity came up for the Wizard franchise here in Parramatta. So that was in February 2003. So in the first month of business, we wrote $10 million in applications, and the rest is history. I mean, we went through some tough times, but we got through it. And then sort of in 2009, we went across when Wizard got sold to Aussie. Mm-hmm. We went across to Aussie and combined a couple of Wizard stores at that point in time, and that's when we really the business really took off.
Mm. So you, at the moment, you've got 4 brokers under you who are writing about $63 million per annum. I think their conversion rate's phenomenal at around 84%. Why are they able to do this? Because, I mean, from the very get-go in 2003, you were able to go from 0 to $10 million per month. I mean, what is it that you guys are doing differently?
As I say, I think there's a number of different sort of 1%ers that go into making a successful franchise. So it's not just one thing. It's about a range of, I guess, little things. Over the last 12 months, our business has doubled, and we've had to work hard on our systems and processes to make sure that we can process the volume of loans that we've been doing.
Okay.
Systems and processes is very important to us. Having a good team and leveraging off that team. I'm a big fan of leverage. I'm an investor myself and really understand leverage and sort of, why, if your goal is to make $200 an hour, why are you going to do the $25 or $30 an hour task? So we're a big fan of leveraging and assigning our staff to do the different areas of processing work. You're
very big on specialising, and it sounds like you're not only big on specialising but also having the end in mind. So with all your brokers, do they have a goal? Is it written down? What's that look like? Yeah, so we've got goals. So at the start of the year, we'll set goals, and then first Friday of the month, we'll have a broker meeting. And so we'll say, first Friday, we think, that's a good way to see, what are you going to predict to settle for that month. And also, it gives you some time if you're going to be low on settlements for the next month. Well, what activities do I need to do to hit my target for the next month? So we have that first Friday meeting, and it's amazing how close we actually come to our targets when you set them and then manage them on a monthly basis. So by clarifying what the goal is, your brokers then will self-adjust to ensure that they're going on that direction. So if it's more activities, they increase their activities. If it's seeing a specific referral partner that can increase their referrals that has had success in the past, that's what they're going to do. So before the month started, they already have a plan of attack. Is that how it works? Yeah, exactly right. So there's things that might be, it might be a focus on if they're going to be low for settlements for the next month, or can I focus on getting a number of refinances across the line to ensure that I'm going to hit my particular targets? Very, very impressive. So one of the things you've actually recently said in the MPA is that, and I quote, focus on leverage, focus on the dollar-generating activities that will generate sales. So what are the dollar productive activities that you have your team focus on, or can they focus on?
Yeah, so it's the prospecting and marketing is a big part of what we're looking at doing. So whether it be existing partners, referral partners, strategies to increase your business, like a real targeted approach on who you want to speak to and what value you can provide to those partners. Meeting with clients and referral partners, and then, as I said, the third thing is managing our team and how do we build better systems. So I think they're really the top three tasks. So number one, the prospecting marketing, two, meeting with referral partners and clients, and three, managing your team and building better systems.
What specific prospecting do they do?
We're big on, we don't do a lot of social media type stuff. We're big on, we feel that the only way to sort of build a relationship is either face-to-face or over the phone. So that's what we tend to focus on.
Okay. And with face-to-face or phone, would it be existing database or would it be new database, for example, RP data calls? What's that look like? How does that work?
I mean, we're lucky in the fact that we've got a big existing client base at the moment, so that is a big part of, I think there's no better person to sort of prospect for you than your existing customers. So we're big on that relationship piece, and that's they're the easiest calls to make, and then the referrals from those particular clients and following up sort of the prospects and leads that you've had over the last few months is a big area that we focus on, and there's quite often there's plenty of business that can come from that. Also your top 20 clients. So a good tip is to make a list of who is your top 20 clients, because quite often they're sort of, if you break down that sort of 80-20 rule in terms of where your business is coming from, you'll find that a lot of your business is coming from your top 20 clients or referral partners. So you can focus on those clients.
I love that point. I love that point, Ross. And I guess by focusing on your top 20% of your customers, they're going to introduce you to similar customers like themselves. So eventually that top 20% will even be a higher rank of clientele and just have an increase, and your business is just going to shoot through the roof.
And that's what that leverage that I was talking about before, in terms of if you can focus on somebody that's going to provide you, say, one referral a month or one referral every 2 months, opposed to just chasing that one client that you're going to get one transaction out of, the leverage in that is unbelievable. So you're a lot better. Your time is a lot. It's focusing on where you can get the biggest return on your investment.
Absolutely. With your strategy around, if you haven't talked to a client for 2 or 3 years, what's the strategy there? Is it looking to do something for the client? Is it to have another meeting and just to begin the relationship again? What's the strategy around that?
Yeah, well, it's, quite often you place it in your initial appointment in terms of, you should review what you're doing with your finances every 3 to 4 years. So what we'd like to do is touch base so we can ensure that you're on the best thing, and the product at that point in time is continuing to meet your needs, because around about that 3 or 4 year mark is that they're at the highest risk of sort of refinancing elsewhere. So it's a great time to, if you haven't already, to touch base with those particular clients.
So if they're on a ripper rate already and they've already told you that, would you still be looking to go out there and initiate that conversation, or having that phone conversation is sufficient?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, it comes down to understanding that client's needs and asking the questions, because people, as you know, you're a broker, people don't just refinance for the sake of it a lot of the time. They'll refinance for a purpose, whether it's be to create wealth, or it's be to, put a pool in or to do something. So by opening up and having the conversation, things will come out. And if you're open to looking and saying, well, how can I assist with those particular things. I mean, we're big on investors, where everyone in the office pretty much invests in property themselves. We've got a lot of clients. We've got quite a unique client base that invest in property. So, it's for us, when we meet a client, it's not just about the initial transaction. It's about focusing in what are their specific goals long term, and trying to be the broker that can assist with that by sort of creating that sort of partnerships and creating and focusing on sort of the journey, not just the initial transaction.
I love it. Gives them more reasons to catch up with you, because you're looking for more than just the home loan. You're looking for ways in which you can help them purchase an investment property in the future, create their wealth, and other avenues where potentially your services or someone else's services that can come in and help that client out. With your current position, you said that referral partners are a big part of your business. And one of the ways in which you're doing that is offering them value. What sort of referral partners do you have on board in terms of profession, and what do they find valuable?
So we've got agents, accountants, solicitors. We've got a family law solicitor. There's numerous different professionals that we work with. And it's about understanding their business. It's about understanding, similar to the way that you would understand a client's needs in terms of, what is important to them. I think it's really, going into the particular referral partners and getting an understanding, asking lots of questions and finding out exactly what their needs are, what their struggles are. And as a business owner yourself, we're all in business, we're all running business, we've all got techniques and things that we do particularly well that you can add value to them in their business. So whether, if you're great at following up and you've got someone, a dialer on the phone that's constantly following up people, why not offer to do that for a real estate agent? Because, half of them are hopeless at doing those types of activities. So think outside the square in terms of how can you really add value to them where they need you to add value.
That's phenomenal. Ross, that is an absolutely golden point. It's no one size fits all. Each business is going to be unique, and it's about opening that dialogue and looking for ways where you can add value to that specific person's business.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like clients. You don't want to do business with everyone. You only want to do business with people that you like, because let's face it, we're in business. We want to enjoy what we're doing. We want to do business with people that we enjoy. And, you can keep, if you've got 10 good referral partners that are sending you, let's say, 2 deals a week, that's all you need. That's all any broker needs is 10. So, I can't keep a relationship with every one of my clients on my database, but you can keep a great relationship with 10 solid referral partners.
With your 4 brokers, I mean, they're all writing really decent numbers. When they first started out, what was a piece of advice that you gave them to enable them to get to that next level ASAP, instead of just writing 1 mil a month, 5 mil a month?
So I just think it's learning, investing in yourself, investing in your own personal development, becoming an expert in what we do and adding real value to the client in terms of, again, understanding that client's need, understanding, that it's not just a transaction, that it's a partnership, and how you can add value in that partnership. And our brokers have really taken that on board, and as I say, they have invested themselves, and so they can add real value to people that walk through the door.
And you've got a niche business, meaning that if someone comes in and asks for a commercial or a business loan, you're more likely to say, no, this is what we specialize in, this is what we do well, and this is what we focus in. We're not looking for a business that's diversified. We're looking for a unique and niched product. Is that what you're doing at the moment?
As I say, 99% of our business at the moment is residential stuff. We are sort of branching out a little bit as our clients require it, in terms of doing a bit of commercial, a lot of SMSF stuff at the moment, because we've got a database of clients that invest in property, so they naturally progress, and as they grow, they want to do other things, want to invest in SMSF and touch on commercial. So as the business requires, we've sort of got to reinvent ourselves, and under the sort of APRA changes and stuff, I think you need to add a few more things to your arsenal in terms of so you can continue to write the volumes that you want to write.
Love it. And final question, you've been in the industry for about 20 years. If you started from scratch again today, what would you do differently that you didn't do back then?
I think knowledge is key. I think understanding your firstly the products and the policy of the bank, because that can win you a lot of deals. But I think secondly, I would invest in staff more quickly. It's a big leap of faith when you initially do that in terms of, but again, in terms of, I love the quote that if you don't have an assistant, you are an assistant. And it's that I think is key to the top performers, and I see that amongst Aussie, the top performers are the ones that do invest in good staff and then give them the trust to do the role, so they can focus on those activities that I mentioned before.
Focus in on high dollar productive activities, which I love.
Yeah.
It's always about starting the month before you begin the month, knowing what value is to both your referral partners and your prospects, to keep an eye on your top 20%, whether it's activities or clients, and do more of that. And always look at dollar productive activities. Otherwise, you are the assistant. Ross, it's been an absolute pleasure. There's some real big gems there that I know the brokers are going to be able to take out and implement straight away. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.